My name is Reed. My name is Reed Yobe, and there's a secret that I would like to share with all the women out there about men. Please pay attention, especially those who are interested in getting married. If there is a man that you're going out with and you want to get married to, you love him so much, or he has just approached you, or maybe in future somebody is going to approach you, this information can help you as well, and it will be more beneficial to the person that will be having the information prior to being approached by the person that loves them, that they love, sorry. So this is the thing that happens. When a man approaches you, majority of men, when they approach a woman, having fallen in love with the woman, I want you to know the secret. Men are not about the looks. Don't believe what you read on the internet. I'm telling you reality. No man falls in love with the looks. The looks just draw your attention. But what keeps you is the person on the inside. But then the question that comes might be, if then that is the case, why does the person fall in love with the person maybe at first sight, or a couple of seconds after meeting someone, a couple of days or a couple of weeks? It's because as men, majority of us, when you meet up with a woman, you create a picture in your own head of the kind of a person that you think she is. So you already have an assumption of the list of attributes that this particular woman has, or the attributes that you think the woman has. And you make it a reality in your own head. You believe it. So you fall in love with the idea that you have in your own head. But this is very dangerous. And this is an answer to the question that most ladies ask. Why do men lie? No, they don't lie. Why do some of them change? No, they don't change. Men don't change. They don't change at all. If a man loves something, you always love that. And in most cases, up until the day they die. So, what happens? This is what happens. When the person has a picture of who he thinks you are, he falls in love with that particular picture that he has in his head. But as time goes on, he gets to experience the truth about the person. And that's reality. Now, the problem that the person faces now is that there is now a mismatch between the picture that the person has in their own head and the reality of who the person really is. So this is the tip that I'm giving to the women. You must always ask. You must learn to ask the right questions. You must learn to ask the right questions. It's more like if you are a sales rep and then the customer is walking into your store and then they are looking for a stove You ask the customer, what exactly are they looking for? How they want to use the stove. Asking the attributes that the customer is looking for as far as a stove is concerned, and how they would want to use the stove and what they expect to get from the stove. This will help you as our sales rep to pick the right stove for the customer. People must always do this. People must also do the same. If you are a lady and a guy approaches you and they say they love you, don't think about how you feel about the person before you can either respond or not respond. A lot of times I see people saying, I need some time to think. And as they look, and it's not that they, and as they, during that time, when they are thinking, okay, they are probably trying to figure out what kind of a person is this man. Well, that is important. But I think the most important thing is, what does this person want? Before you can ever think about whether you like the person or not, what the person like. It is important. It is very important that you know what the person wants. And then after that, you also find out who that person is. And your knowledge about the person is only for your sake, because you need to experience this person as a partner. So you need to know if this person is going to fulfill your needs. But also it is important to know if you're also able to fulfill his needs. Because if you can't fulfill his needs, even if he can fulfill yours, he will leave you eventually. Because it's a mutual agreement. It's a mutual agreement that you'll be getting into. And there are two parties involved, and both must benefit, both must get something out of it. So it is very, very important that you know that this person, I can offer what he needs. You have to know that you can be the only woman in the world to be able to fulfill his needs. And also, if he can do that, then you two can end up together and you can live the rest of your lives together. But like I said, the secret that I've just shared with you about men, because of that secret, you don't have to be too quick. You don't have to be too quick to believe that the man loves you. You don't have to be too quick. Yes, one thing is true, that he is physically attracted to you. That's why he approached you in the first place. But there is something deeper that he is concerned about, which will keep him. So physical attraction is more like the tip of the iceberg. And we all know that the iceberg has got more than 90% of its mass under the water. And that more than 90% is what is important. So you have to know that the 90% has been assumed. The tip, which happens to be less than 10%, is true. The person is surely physically attracted to you. But physical attraction does not keep a person. They can be attracted to someone else in the same way. So it is very important. If you are interested in the person and you want to get married to the person and spend the rest of your life with them, you need to know exactly what they want. So you must ask the person some questions. Okay, fine. You have approached me. You say you love me. What exactly do you want in a woman? Can you please give me a list? If he has to write down, ask him to write down. And if the person loves you, he will definitely write down. And that list is very important. That list is very important. You must go through that list and ask yourself some questions. Is this who I am, or can I be this? Because that list shows you what will keep him, shows you the kind of a picture that he already has in his own head. You are being smart here. He doesn't know what you're doing, but you know what's happening. By asking him to list down the things that he's looking for in a woman, he's actually listing down the things that he thinks you possess. Those are the attributes that he thinks you have. That's the picture that he has in his head of the kind of a person you are. Then you have to ask yourself this question. I love this man. Can I adjust? If you love the person and you know that you can adjust, if it's something that you can do, I advise that you do that. Because 2, 3, 4, 5 months down the line, he's going to know the truth about who you really are. If you are not, he's going to move on to the next person. This is when people normally wonder, what happened? We were fine at first, but later on he changed. No, he did not change. But that time when you thought you were fine, he is the one who had a wrong assumption of who you really are. So this is a tip that I'm giving you, ladies. When we approach you, majority of us, we don't even know you. When we say I love you, it's not you that we are saying we love. It's not you, but we've got something already in our head. And believe me, you are physically attractive. That's why we have approached you. But that physical attraction cannot keep us. It's nothing. Physical attraction is nothing. Let nobody lie to you. Physical attraction is nothing. It's nothing. Because one thing that you have to know is that you're going to grow old. You're going to lose those looks. So what happens when you lose those looks? 10 years from the time I met you, you won't be looking the same. There will be another woman looking just like you. So what is going to happen? Am I going to leave you in the next 10 years simply because you have changed your looks? If you are the kind of a person that I want, I love, I'm not going to leave you. The 10% might go away. That's physical attraction. The 90% will always stay. And that's who you really are. So that's exactly the most important part. What does this man want? You're wasting your time and your money looking after and taking care of the outer looks. If you think that will attract him, that will keep a man, that won't keep a man. Believe you me, there are a lot of people that are not even physically attractive that men approach and fall head over heels in love with because of who they are on the inside. There are women that you meet and you'd feel nothing. But after 2 weeks, after 3 weeks, 3 months, a couple of months of staying close to them, having known who they really are, you fall head over heels in love with them and you tell yourself, I am going to commit myself to this woman. I would love if she just say yes. I'm going to commit to this woman for the rest of my life. So women, watch out and be careful. My name is Reed once again. Thank you.